Everybody go live. What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? It's your boy Reg here. I got my homeboy Try in the building with me. Hold up. Actually, let me stop. Yeah. I'm about to talk about today is... Oh, before I start, rest in peace to Papa Wu of the Wu-Tang Clan, you know. Rest in peace to him. He died this morning, from what I've heard, of a heart attack at the age of 63. Damn, man. I was like, not Papa Wu, man. Not Papa Wu, but rest in peace to him. One of my favorite appearances he did was on Raekwon's Only Built for My Cuban Links, the outro, the North Star Jewels and shit like that. Classic shit right there, man. Like, yeah, rest in peace to Papa Wu and shit. Yeah, man, 2019 already. And the album we want to talk about today is J.Cole with K.O.D. This is his recent studio album that came out last year, 2018. It was released 420 on 2018 and shit like that. Excuse me. Singles album's known for, it only came out with a couple singles like Kevin's Heart. ATM was a single. I want to say Brackets was a single, if I'm not mistaken.
I know they played it a lot.
Yeah.
I never saw like no video or nothing.
True. And KOD and shit. Excuse me right quick. Alright, so we all should know who J. Cole is. How did you get into J. Cole's music, Troy? Just asking.
I was in Tampa actually, in 2010, and we were like me and a bunch of my cousins. We were driving. It's a 3-hour drive from Tampa to Miami. We were driving to Miami, and in the whip, like one of my cousins had on the warm up mixtape, and I just was like just hearing different songs off of that. I remember like, yo, I liked him. I liked what I was hearing, and then they said he was from North Carolina, and he used to go to St. John's, and I had a cousin that used to go to the same college as him. So just after the one came out in Friday Night Lights, and then when he dropped the Sideline Story, I just been a fan of his ever since, and I think he's been like one of the most consistent artists of this decade, and I definitely think he's on that plateau when you talk about bars with Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my introduction to him.
Okay. To me, this might sound crazy, but my introduction to Cole was the Blueprint 3, A Star Is Born and shit. Yeah. Y'all know how I feel about fucking Blueprint 3 and shit. I wish that album never existed, but that was like one of the few songs that really caught my attention. And then I've been hearing all this talk about J. Cole, and the first album I heard from him was, I want to say, Friday Night Lights, which I don't care what no one says, Friday Night Lights is a classic in my opinion. I mean, fucking, like, Too Hot for the intro alone, man. Like, that's my shit. But, yeah, man. I just feel like you said, he was one of the most consistent rappers to this day and age. He gets unfairly hated on, but we're going to talk more about that during the review. Alright, so after the release of For Your Eyes Only, which I reviewed a couple days ago and shit, that album was, of course, certified platinum. And he's still making platinum units and shit. And, around this time, too, he was going on tour. And, he was kind of secretive about this album and shit because, around after he did the J. Cole For Your Eyes on the HBO documentary, he had this, like, surprise free event in New York City. And it turned out that free event was, like, a listening party for the album K.O.D. Excuse me. And so with K.O.D. and shit like that, basically it's an acronym for Kids on Drugs, Kings Overdose, Kill Our Demons. It's an acronym for that. And believe it or not, he was influenced by like a lot of these SoundCloud rappers like, Lil Yachty, Lil Xan, Lil Pump and shit. Just because he just feels like a lot of the hip hop at this time was just over saturating on drugs and shit like that. Hit Juice World and shit, but I don't want to. That's no. I'm not trying to talk to bad at that. I'm just saying though, but I'm not trying to talk. I'm just saying like with all that being said and shit like that. So he kind of got some flack actually because which we're gonna talk more about all this and shit like that because not a lot of people were too crazy about a lot of the songs here and shit, but fuck it. Um, so this is what the album looks like. J. Cole, King and shit like that. Got all these high ass kids and shit. I don't know why, but this motherfucker always looked like Vince from Recess. You remember that show Recess and shit?
Yeah, I remember.
I always thought this was like Cinderella on crack or some shit right here. I don't know what this motherfucker's doing, but
And you see what they drinking, right? That lean.
yeah, that lean and shit. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, man, it's
great.
just it's crazy and shit. It's crazy, but yeah,
I,
and
I love it. I think the artwork is like I think this. There's not too many albums in this day and age that have like good artwork. I think this is like especially the back cover with like the kids and the drugs and all that, and you know what I mean. I think it's like a great artwork.
right. I feel you on that though. I definitely feel like out of all the artworks in this decade, it's definitely ranked among my
Yeah,
favorites and shoot.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. And so with that being said, got the lyrics, which very surprising and shit. Cause I never know a lot of newer albums in this day and age that put the lyrics on the albums and shit. But very fuck with that. Just what the vinyl looks like and shit. Yeah. All right. Basically, basically, this album has 12 songs and shit. Not that many songs. I want to say he did this. He had no guest appearances. Oh, well, technically he had guest appearances called Kill Edward, but that's his alter ego and shit like that. So yeah, just to put it out there and shit because I know a lot of people was like, who is Kill Edward and shit like that. But shoot. All right, so 12 songs. Let's get this started. Track number one is the intro. Pretty much sets the whole tone of the album like any good intro should. Just like I always see like more like a prelude to like what the album has in store and shit like that. Nothing really to it, but I felt like it was definitely a solid intro.
Yeah, I think it was dope. It's real jazzy, and you hear like different voices on the intro, and they're saying, life can bring much pain, and there are many ways to deal with the pain. Choose wisely, and that's a thing that you hear throughout the album. It's like you hear that voice, throughout the album saying, "Choose wisely, choose wisely." I think it had like a message in the intro about how to deal with pain and tragedy and if you make that wrong mistake, it could end badly for you too. So I think
Right.
that was a message in that intro.
Yeah, definitely a good message in that intro. Oh, one more thing I forgot to announce like the producers. J. Cole executive produced, Abraham Ahmed executive produced, BLVK, Mark Pelly, Juan Gilmore, and T Minus. T Minus a dope producer by the way.
Yeah,
And yeah, so I have to agree with you on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've definitely lays like the foundation of what the album's about when it comes to like how the hip hop game these days are excuse me oversaturated by like drug culture and whatnot. So definitely feel like it's very much needed. Track number two, KOD. Title track, a nice way, another dope track right here and stuff like that. He talks about a lot of shit on this song right here. He talks about a lot of shit like I know with like the first verse he was talking about how a lot of cats were questioning him and stuff like that. His audience, how J. Cole's audience would be like, oh well, you make music that puts people to sleep and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or the second verse he's talking about how the Cole's youth and the drugs that surrounded him and stuff like that. Yeah, he got involved in that drug culture and stuff like that around him. Yeah, I felt he definitely felt like it was a very personal song. just from the get go, you can tell how different the sound is in comparison
Mm-hmm.
to For Your Eyes Only, because this album is very trippy when it comes to like a lot of its beats and stuff like that. So yeah, man, very dope track.
Yeah, it had like a trappy, trippy type of feel to it. The lyrics where he says, "Wow, niggas been cramping my style, blowing my high. They want to reply. Their number one question is how." That was some dope lines, and I didn't really get like anything from it though. I just felt like it was a different sound for him because I just felt like a lot of the songs on here is just like it has that real trappy vibe to it. Like
Right.
basically what's popular now in mainstream rap, and I just thought it was like a different sound for him, and but I didn't really take to this song like some others on here.
Okay, okay, yeah, I definitely feel you on that and shit like that because when I first heard this track, it's hard for me to really get used to a lot of like the trappiness of this album and stuff like that, which I felt like J. Cole did it to bridge the gap between the older generation and the newer generation of hip hop
Right.
and stuff like that. And I basically think that that's what J. Cole's intention was. He may be criticizing the younger generation, but at the same time, damn, I'm so sick right now. At the same time, it's just like he's just giving you a heads up, saying if you go down this lifestyle and shit like that, your life will get fucked up.
Right.
Yes, and then we get into one of my favorite songs off this album, Photograph. Oh my god, like that chorus, like fell in love with photograph. I gotta be real with y'all. I might get some flack, but at first I thought he was talking about masturbation with this song on some real shit. Cause I don't
Mm.
like I don't know, like one night J. Cole was just like on Insta and some shit like that. See some photograph of some, how some
Yeah.
sexy ass chick like, would you have sex with her for $1 million, some shit like that? And then next thing you know it, he just wrote this song right here. I always felt like it was something like that, and I don't know, but at the same time, it's like one of my favorite songs and shit because he's talking about how social media can be used as a drug. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know how people always wanna like this is like this new tendency where motherfuckers are buying likes and shit for social media, or like they feel like their life is worthless because they don't have that many people following them on Insta and stuff like that.
Right.
And basically, what I got from this track right here is like there's more in life than social media. There's more in life than waiting for how many people liking your stuff on Twitter or Instagram and whatnot and stuff. So yeah, very dope
Right.
track right here. One of my favorite tracks off this album. There's this one line he said that was like, excuse me, damn. Yeah, I feel like I gotta say something. Thought if you got my heart jumping, I can't come up with nothing. But I can't come up with nothing. I put it off for a day. I come back around your way. Like I love how descriptive he was on this track right here, without being overly lyrical and shit
Right.
like that. But oh, and J Cole made the beat to this too.
Yes. Dope, dope beat, real melodic track. The lines where he says, "Don't like his flow. I think you mastered the art of sublime. You can turn water to wine." And what you were saying about social media, like I come from that era before social media. Like there was actually people was actually living life before
Right.
social media. So
Exactly.
it's like when MySpace started and Foursquare and Facebook and all that.
What's
That's
Foursquare?
just like that was just like part of like technology to the point where it's become part of a lifestyle for people, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could leave Instagram now and not care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like a detriment to my life. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's sadly that's the problem with the young generation. Like they feel like they have to be on social media. They have to get likes and follows. And at the end of the day, to me, I think all that it's not really a big thing. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's for people that care more about getting attention and getting fake love from people they don't even know. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And it's like that stuff never I never cared for all that. Like I'm on there to say what's up to people and to like within the hip hop community to discuss the genre and the lifestyle that I grew up in. But at the end of the day, like I don't need social media to be happy, and I
I
think people need to really find themselves if they looking in the wrong places for love and for attention, you know.
I agree, definitely.
But I think it was a great song. I definitely feel like J. Cole touched on much needed issues on this album that needed to be heard because a lot of these artists now is not going to talk about the stuff he's talking about. So I definitely commend him for doing that.
I agree. Definitely agree with you on that and shit like that. And that's what people sleep on Cole about, because he does that grown man shit. But that's something people want to fucking twerk and they want to be fucking flued out or whatever them city rats come out with and shit. But uh, yeah, niggas be saying that shit. You're gonna get flued out, whatever that shit is and shit. I don't know.
What does that mean though? What does that mean?
Man, is that trash? I think
Oh,
I don't even fucking know. I don't even fucking know and shit. I can't even explain it, but yeah, let's get into the cutoff. Now, this
yeah.
features his alter ego, Kill Edward, and stuff like that. And so, J. Cole said this in his first interview, or one of his first interview in a while, that Kill Edward was like his inspired by his stepfather, Edward, who left his mother at 2003, and is supposed to represent like his bad conscience and stuff like that.
Right.
That's why, like in the beginning, he says, "I know heaven is to mine. See, I've been a couple of times stuck in my ways, so I keep on falling down and stuff like that." So, and then he gets to the "Give me drink, give me smoke, get me high, let me float. I'm a cloud coming." I love that chorus and shit. Very unique. Um, it is talking about how he has to cut people off, who are close to him and stuff like that because of the lack of trust.
Right.
Motherfucking friends who want to use you every single fucking minute and shit like that. We've all been through that shit, but other than that, I love this song right here. Again, another dope song right here and shit like that. I definitely love the usage of Kill Edward. It kind of reminds me how Kendrick uses that high pitched voice in his songs and shit like that, like and like swimming pool, drink and shit. So yeah, very dope
True.
track.
Definitely, this is definitely one of my favorites on the album. Like the beat, the pianos on it, the like you said, the chorus, and I love the lines where he says, "I got some niggas that still owe me an apology. I'm gonna be the bigger man like I always be eventually, but that's hard for me." So just like when that song starts off, he's talking about his failed friendships that went down to two because niggas was hating on him or just talking shit about him or whatever and jealousy and all that. So definitely
Right.
correlate to that. And I definitely feel like this should have been a single. I feel like this is one of like the more it was more J. Cole on this song. Like there's some songs on here I was like, I think he's just doing that just for like trends or whatever. But this is definitely more J. Cole. Like this could have been on One Center or or one of his other albums. I definitely feel like it's a great J. Cole song.
I agree and shit. I definitely agree with stuff. And then we're definitely gonna lead into ATM, which that's another dope track right there. That was another single. The video for ATM was pretty dope too, by the way. Y'all should check out the video of that. Um, and one thing he uses Busta Rhymes "Give Me Some More" as an influence for the video because if you watch the video, if you watch the video and stuff like you'll notice a lot of "Give Me Some More" vibes and stuff like that. So other than that, what I got from ATM basically was just
Mhm.
how J. Cole was talking about like his relationship with money because ATM stands for addicted to money. And he's talking about how,
Right.
money is like the root of all evil and how it can fuck people's lives up and shit like that. Yeah, very dope track. Very, very dope track right here. One of the highlights of this album, in my opinion. Give me one second.
Now,
I'm gonna blow my nose right quick. I'll be right back. You can go on, Tron. Never mind. I'm good.
I was saying like like the previous song, like the cutoff, I felt like that was more J. Cole. When I heard ATM, I didn't feel like it was J. Cole. I felt like he was doing this to be trendy and to fit in
Thank you.
with today's sound of mainstream rap, you know, like the Migos and Baby and all that. And I didn't feel like it was J. Cole. I felt like he was trying to emulate one of those artists. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is not J. Like looking at the video, I was like, that's not J. Cole. Like, what is he doing? Like he's trying to change up his sound now and go trap, go for that trap, you know, ratchet feel. And I don't know, like I've heard it a couple times. It's not one of my favorite J. Cole songs. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
just like I feel like the song would have been better for like somebody else. It just to me it don't embody J. Cole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean it's cool, but it's not like one of my favorites. But I like the part where they said where they're singing like on the bridge and they're like, you know, will I
Yeah.
feel oh I like, but other than that it's like I don't get it though. I was like looking at that was like the first single I believe off of the album. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't get it. Like, what's J. Cole trying to do? Because it reminded me of like Eminem when he came out with the Kamikaze album. I'm like, what is he doing?
Whoa.
Is he trying to
Whoa.
be one of the artists that's out now? Is he like really trying to fit in with the with today's sound? So that's what I looked at with ATM when I saw the ATM video, and I'm like, that's not J. Cole. I didn't understand where he was coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? Like to go from for your eyes only and Forest Hills Drive, and then you come out with this. I'm like, that I ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people liked it.
I mean, I get your opinion, but don't get me. I get your opinion, but I kind of feel like it's more of like a satirical vibe and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, a lot of motherfuckers they always want to flaunt how rich they are, having the highest apartments or the mansions and shit, and then come find out later and shit, all that fucking shit is rented. You know what I'm saying? So I see more of as a satirical vibe, but I do see what you're saying too. You know? Shoot, but yeah, definitely dope and stuff. Now we get into motivate. Um, that is MOTIV 8, the number 8, by the way. One of the more trippiest songs off this album, in my opinion. Well, this song right here, he talks about how he's basically turning away from like his alter ego and stuff like that, and is this at the point he's definitely at the peak of his high and shit. And so next thing you know, as soon as you listen to it, it gets like a more chill vibe and stuff like that. And he just talks about how others resort to drugs for their problems and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
And so yeah. Definitely a dope track right here. I love this track, Motivate. And not like one of my favorites as opposed to like Photograph and the Cutoff, but definitely a dope track. Highly recommendable track right here.
I don't know, man. I didn't like this one either. Like the beat was trappy, and then it's like the lyrics, like he's talking about like flying to Dominican Republic and eating ceviche. I'm like, this is not J. Cole, yo. Like, what happened to J. Cole? Like, did he let the money and the fame get to him after 20 Forest Hills Drive? I just felt like I don't understand some of these songs where it was like it didn't seem like J. Cole. It seemed like he was trying to be somebody else. Maybe he was trying to be his alter ego. You know what I'm saying? And like he says, like fly to DR on the weekday, eating ceviche, but half of a milli inside of my briefcase. A couple of freaks play, and they don't speak English, but the money is something they can comprehend. I'm like, this is not J. Cole, man. Come on, this is more. This is like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is better for like somebody else. Like it don't sound like J. Cole on this, man. You know what I mean? Like I just like I don't get it, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like ATM and Motivate, I didn't get those songs. Like Cut Off, I under that Photograph and Cut Off. That's more to his liking. But ATM and Motivate, I'm like, nah, man, this is not Cole on here. You know?
True, true. I see what your point. So yeah, man, like Motivate. Then we get into Kevin's Heart. No, not Kevin Hart. Kevin's Heart. But he does have a connection to this song.
Right.
Alright, so this song is talking about infidelity, pretty much. And He's talking about, how basically, how can I put this? How can I put this? How can I put this? Basically, the infidelity in a way is like somewhat of a drug and shit like that. And basically, the song's supposed to represent like Zans and how people use blunts as a way to just cure their high and cure themselves and stuff like that. And the reason why I mentioned Kevin Hart, because around this time too, Kevin Hart was caught up in some controversy because he cheated on his wife. I think his wife was pregnant at the time or some shit. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about Kevin Hart like that. But there was this video. Then they did a video for this track where Kevin Hart started it, and it was after the cheating scandal and stuff like that. And he expressed how much he liked this song. He said he didn't take no harm for the song. He didn't see it as a hateful or spiteful place, but it was smart intent behind it. Not one of my
Right.
favorite tracks, but definitely a vintage J.Cole track, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, this is more cold, real melodic track, and he says a monkey on my back and I walk 100 miles. Guilt make a nigga feel fake when he smiles. Love get confused in the mind of a child, cause love wouldn't lie like I lie and it's wild.
Woo.
And I thought that was dope, and just the way everything happened at the same time, it was like, I don't know, it was weird. Like Kevin Hart got caught cheating, and then J. Cole drops this song, and everybody assumed talking about Kevin Hart on the song. And um, I've seen something today about, they said that his wife spoke out finally about it, and she's speaking out, and he I think he's doing a documentary about it or something like that.
Oh, all about the cheating?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Supposedly that's what I
Oh,
see on the internet. He's
I
doing like a
swear to.
documentary about why he did it and all kind of, I don't know, some shit
What?
like that. And his
That's
wife is speaking out about it.
who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
You
they
cheated,
act
you
like that's
got
like
caught. Like who gives a fuck?
you know what I mean. And I think they spend way too much time on that. I'm like, it's not like, you know what I mean. Like, everybody done cheated before. It's not like he's gonna be last. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, like
tomorrow you might hear about Obama cheating on Michelle. It's like, you know what I mean. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think they just made too much of it. You know what I mean? And
right,
I'm like, that's their business. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
exactly. Like
Oh,
I definitely just feel like I'm not in for infidelities and whatnot. I'm not in for infidelities and shit. But at the same time, I do kind of detest when motherfuckers cheat on their wives if they're pregnant or if they're sick and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just like, you know what? That's your business. Fuck it.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I mean, I mean, it's messed up, but it's like, that's their drama. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
um, I thought it was a good song. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whether it was about Kevin Hart or not, I think it was, um, it had a message in it. Like, J. Cole is married and with kids, so I
Yeah.
definitely feel like if anybody is in that position to do a song like that, is J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did Falling Clothes on For Y'all's Only. Now he got this song on here. So I definitely feel like he's the right guy for that type of song. So I thought it was cool.
Okay, I feel you on that. I definitely feel you. I'm just not. I'm just not into when motherfuckers making a documentary about cheating though. But whatever
Yeah,
float,
yeah.
whatever floats your boat. But all right. So now brackets. Jesus Christ, man, this shit right here. It's probably soon to be one of my favorite J. Cole songs. I kid you not.
Yeah.
Um, for one, it used a classic Richard Pryor sample and shit. Richard Pryor, rest in peace to him, the greatest stand-up comedian of all time, in my opinion. Um, and so with brackets, he's talking about how J. Cole's talking about how taxpayers should have more agency about how money is spent in the 21st century, pretty much and stuff. And I just feel like it's kind of a way how he's giving insight to motherfuckers who just say pay your taxes and stuff like that. Watch how you pay your taxes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I like the line when he says, "Maybe we'll never see a black man in the White House again. I write a check to the IRS. My pockets get slim. Damn, do I even have to say about where it's going? Some older nigga told me to start voting. I said democracy is too fucking slow."
Mm.
Yeah, man, very dope track and shit. Yeah, man. You know, Barack Obama, he's a big fan of J. Cole too. So definitely a dope track right here. Definitely.
Definitely. This song, this is like I want to say my favorite song on here. Real soulful, love the beat. You know, he says, niggas hating on me, I ain't used to that. You know, a couple people want to shoot for that. Just a fire track. You know, like of course, and you got like the in the last verse, he's like talking about like the two brothers. How like one was good and one was bad, and they had to bury one of the brothers. And I love this. This song was played everywhere. I heard this song last year. Last year when during the NBA playoffs, they were playing this song on like ESPN and in movies and stuff. So that I definitely love this song, and Barack definitely is a great president. That's the only time ever I ever voted for president. I never voted for Al Gore or for Bush. The only time I voted, the first time and only time I voted was for a black man, and I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that he got that he was here to get in and change the culture at that time in the White House. And we need somebody in the White House again like that because the nigga that we got now, this we're gonna all die from Trump.
Fuck Trump, but okay.
But definitely a great track. I love this song.
Yeah, I feel but brackets, man. That's definitely a dope track right there, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Then we get into the Once an Addict interlude, which pretty much that was originally a full song. Originally a full song, but according to J. Cole, he kind of took the song out because of the fact that he felt that it slowed the album down in a way. I guess it was a bit too heavy and shit, but because he was talking about his mom's relationship with alcoholism and how he deals with drugs and substance in his own personal circle. So I can understand why it was a bit too much and stuff like that, maybe because he was getting some demons and stuff. But yeah, I felt like it was a pretty solid interlude.
But it's still a full song. It's like 4 minutes long. So I mean, that's like a long interlude of anything. It's still like a full song. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I mean, for me, like it was like 4 minutes long on my copy. I don't know if it's like that on everybody else's copy, but I thought it was a great. It should have been like a full song instead of an interlude. I feel like the song you talked about. You said like "Lost in the Cloud of Marijuana," "Young Carolina," "Nigga Fish Out of Water," "Stepdaddy just had a daughter with another woman," "Mama ain't recovered yet," "Call me at 12 a.m. at night." She drunk as fuck and I'm upset. I thought it was a dope song, and it's all, like when Cole gets like real introspective about his life, I think that's when he's at his best.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like he did that on Forest Hills Drive and One Center. Definitely feel like he was at his best on this track.
I definitely agree with you. Like, probably the full song was like 7 minutes long or some shit. I don't know, but
All right.
whatever floats his boat.
Yeah.
Track number 10, Friends. Self-explanatory. This is probably like my least favorite song off this album and shit. I don't dislike it, but I got what he was saying, but it just never really spoke to me like that. If that makes sense. Shit. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was cool. It was nice beat. Real soulful. I didn't really get nothing out of it like that. It was just there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is another song that features the Kill Edward, alter ego and stuff like that. You know. Then we get into Window Pane Outro. Window Pane Outro. That's basically a very solid song as well. He's getting like a lot more self-reflective about the people in his circle and the family and stuff like that. How he wants to celebrate his success after everything he's been through. I like the outro. I pretty much like the outro and shit. Yeah, man. I like the line where he definitely says, "Shooting up where his Grammy live, blow blow his granny duck. He don't give a fuck. He's on Henny and Zen up." Oh, like
Right.
I like the way he was flowing on that shit right there. But yeah, man.
Yeah, it was cool. Real dope outro, melodic. You know, it was cool. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely a solid outro.
Facts. Definitely saw the outro. However, it's not the official outro because we get into possibly the most notable song off this album, 1985, Intro to the Fall Off. So a lot of people want to call this a diss track. A lot of people want to call it an introspective track, but it's basically J. Cole spitting one verse and he's saying some shit like how he's up and coming around warning them about the rap game and how they should maintain success. And a lot of people kind of thought this song was aimed at Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, everyone's favorite snitch, 6ix9ine and shit. And yeah, man, like I felt like this song was dope and shit like that. It's not my favorite song off this album, but when
Right.
it comes to like bars and lyricism, I definitely have to put this up there and stuff like that. And if you guys recognize that Tribe Called Quest sample, then y'all the MVP and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cause he's always been a fan of Tribe and shit, which I loved. I like the line where he says the last couple lines where he was like, "I'll be around forever because my skills is tip top. To any amateur niggas that wanna get rocked, just remember what I told you when your shit flop. In 5 years, you're gonna be in love and hip hop, nigga."
Mm,
And that's
mm,
so fucking true. That's so fucking true. Cause all these fucking rappers that were popular like in the 2000s, like fucking Young Jock and Lil
yeah,
Scrappy, they all end
yeah.
up being in love and hip hop and shit, just making asses and cooneries of themselves. But fuck it.
Even rappers that I like Joe Budden and Consequence
Oh
and
fuck.
Saigon, all been on here.
Wait,
So
Saigon was in love and hip hop?
yeah, Saigon was on there like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, him and his baby mama, cause he had like his baby mama on there. I think his baby mama's Haitian, and they had their kid on there. And he was like going through it with her. There was like one episode where he like almost hit her. They had
What?
like a fight in like a parking lot or some shit.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so he was on there, and I love Saigon, but I just thought it was a bad move for him to be on there.
For real, man. Like this is a nigga that dropped one of the best hip hop albums of this decade, the greatest story we never told and shit. Which I have to
Yeah.
talk about that one day and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like I'm just like, damn, that's Saigon. I thought he was like an underground ass rapper. I was like, fuck.
So consequence, and then he ended up being on there too. So
Who?
consequence.
Fuck Consequence. I'm not really too big on Consequence like that. Like, I would have figured him because at the same time he tried to have his mainstream career, but nobody was really checking for Consequence like that.
And yeah, so I just it's not a good move to be on there, man. It's like if you on there, it's like your career is basically over.
Exactly.
Like you saw what happened with Peter Guns on there. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't watch this fucking show like that, so it'll be surprised. I know fucking Ray J was on it. I know Waka was on that shit. Um,
Yeah. Omarion,
yeah. Now look at
uh,
Mario now. He's about to go on tour and shit.
Little Fizz is on there. You
Yep.
know,
Mm. But yeah, well, you said Lil
uh,
Fizz.
yeah, Little Fizz is on there.
These niggas.
You know,
But yeah, man. Yes. Consequence only dropped like one major album. Don't quit your day job and shit.
like
Everything else after that was just like. But
crazy.
that's all the time I have for this album. Um, Overall, the huge improvement in my opinion from For Your Eyes Only. I felt like it definitely had like a more contemporary sound and compared to like a lot of J Cole albums.
Right.
He had like a lot more trap production and stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like it kind of continues on like the personal shit that he was doing on For Your Eyes Only and stuff. As this time he was talking about his friend that got lost, like that got killed and shit like that. And now in this one, he's just giving like a heads up to the hip hop game pretty much and shit. So yeah, I definitely love this album and stuff. Where I would rank this among J Cole's favorite albums, I want to say, maybe my third or fourth favorite album from J Cole. But yeah, man, very dope album. A lot of people want to say this is like one of 2018's best albums and stuff. So pick it up if y'all can find it.
I thought it was trappy at times, but he did have some songs like Brackets and The Cut Off and Photograph that was vintage J. Cole, and I wouldn't go that far and say it was one of the best of last year, but it was way better than For Your Eyes Only.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he had like some messages that still that the young generation needs to hear, especially like when it comes to the lean and the liquor and all that. I definitely feel like this generation needs to hear stuff like this. But I would rank it. I would rank it after Forest Hills Drive and Born Sinner. I think those two albums were way better.
Facts.
But it's not a bad album. I just felt like there were times when it was trappy, and I felt like he was trying to do the trendy thing with this. I'm like, and that's not J. Cole, but he a lot of like Kevin's Heart and Friends, a lot, those songs toward the end of the album made up for like the trappy songs like ATM and Motivate. So I definitely feel like it was a dope a better release than For Your Eyes On.
I agree. And it's like it's not and like I said before, I'm not saying For Your Eyes Only was a bad album. It's a good album,
All right.
but at the same time, I felt like some of the beats was just kind of a little bit.
It had some on there. There's like a good four songs that I like on there, but it wasn't a great album to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think this is the KOD was way better. But I don't think it was one of the best last year. I feel like the stuff we got last year were way better. Like the stuff that Griselda was dropping and Rock Marcy, I think that was way better albums than the KOD album.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because
You
Griselda
know?
was killing shit last year and shit. Like even that new Griselda album now was that shit's fire.
Yep, definitely.
Shit. Other than that, that's fucking KOD, y'all. I've
Yeah.
reviewed all of J. Cole's, well, not all J. Cole albums. I still gotta talk about Sideline Story and stuff like that.
All right.
So I'm gonna talk about that one day.
Cool.
So, and I know tomorrow Ashley and I we're gonna talk about the rulers back and shit. So yeah, this one's gonna be a lot of shit I had to talk about with this album and stuff. You know, shit. But yeah, yeah. So a couple things I gotta get out of my system and shit. You heard so about this Jay-Z and Kanye West reconciling at Diddy's party and shit.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know,
I don't know
but
what that I don't know if they're doing that for the paparazzi or if it's actually real. I don't think at this point in Jay's career, I don't think he would do anything for paparazzi. So I mean, maybe it is real. Maybe they did reconcile or whatever. I think it's a good thing. I mean, that's Kanye. They were boys at one point, and I think if there's anybody that can get Kanye on the right track is Jay. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it's real. I hope it's not just like a publicity stunt. Because Jay don't need to do that at this point in his career. He's a legend. So
right.
um, but it was like they just kept showing that picture of like the four of them with Pharrell, and you see Jay-Z's face, and it's like he wasn't really like he looked like he didn't want to be there or whatever. But they never really showed the picture of him and Kanye like giving a handshake to each other. And I felt like, well, if it's real, then show that picture. Like we don't need to hear no more about. I'm tired of hearing about Jay and Kanye beef, and I'm like, come on, man, like that. You know what I'm saying? It's better that they reconcile than to be beefing. Everybody want to see a beef, and you know what I'm saying. I just think that's right.
Yeah. It's not the credible source, but TMZ said that they're back doing business with one another. But I also heard that same night Jay Z snatched the phone from this nigga trying to film Beyonce and Kelly Rowland dancing or some shit. Like, I swear to God, it's
Crazy.
like niggas and shit. That's what I'm saying. Niggas. Like, that's one thing. Like, didn't these motherfuckers learn from what happened with that nigga from Power, Omari Hardrick, or whatever his name is? Try to fucking kiss
Right.
Beyonce and shit.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like,
You can't do that.
damn, Ghost. Like,
Ghost was
oh,
going in.
yo, did you see the promo for fucking Power and shit? The new promo.
Nah, I didn't see it.
Oh fuck. You watch Power, right?
Yeah, I love Power. Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah. I don't get like. I don't think Ghost is dead. Something tells me Ghost is not dead.
He's not dead. You can't kill Ghost off like that, man.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's gonna end, but you can't end it off like that. I'll be whack, yo. You know many shows where they kill off like the main character and then the show come back and it's not the same no more? You know,
Exactly.
like Walking Dead, like where they killed off Rick, it ain't the same no more without Rick. So it's like I stopped watching it after Rick left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't kill off Power, man. That but you can't kill off Ghost. Ghost is like the star of the show. You gotta have Ghost there.
For real. That mean,
Now who's if there's Ghost? You know what I mean?
right. That mean we're gonna have another video of Tyreek saying, "Oh my God, we have nothing to do with it."
So Lord.
Yo, I wish someone pop a cap in Tyreek's ass, but I have a feeling he's gonna live. But fucking
Mm.
Tasha's not having that shit. Like, I don't know, man. Like, fucking Power is just crazy as hell right now.
What I want to see before it go off, I want to see Ghost beat Tariq's ass. You need that
Same.
ass beating from his head. That's what I want to see.
I'm
And
gonna
then
see.
and I don't want Tasha to hold him back. I want him to go in on Tariq for all the shit that he did. Got his sister killed, all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what people been waiting for. We want to see Ghost beat his son's ass once and for all.
for real.
Not kill him. Not kill him, just give him a good ass whooping.
They'll watch Kanan come back from the dead and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
But Loki though, I'm glad Keisha got killed. Lala's character. I'm glad she got killed off and shit.
Like,
She was getting too high and mighty once she got that
I
power and
don't feel
shit.
no type of way about Lala. I know people loved her on there. I'm like, it's Lala. I don't look at Lala as some actress. You know what I mean? I just look at her as Lala. That's Mello's wife. So I don't. You know what I
Shit.
mean? I could care less if she was on there or not.
Did some nigga say Lala tastes like some Honey Nut Cheerios or some shit? Like,
Kevin Garnett. Yeah, Garnett said that when Boston had played the Knicks, they came to the Garden and they won the game, and then Garnett had like some scuffle with Melo, and he said that, and I was like all over the papers. I'm like, are you serious? Like, this is what we talking about? Is this a slow news day? Like you got fucking ISIS out here killing people in foreign countries, and we talking about what Garnett said to Carmelo. You know what I mean?
shit, like,
I just thought
I don't know, like, ugh,
it was dumb. You
shit.
know what I mean? So
Right.
I mean I don't feel no way like when she died. I didn't care. I'm like, well, she died. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to die.
Exactly.
You know?
Shit. Lala. Like, you think a girl named Lala could act like?
Nah, like she beautiful, but I don't see her as no actress, man. You know?
Sure. Yeah, I
Like,
swear
come
this
on.
nigga say I'm blind, man. Like he asked me when I'm gonna do Doc's name. Just wait, be patient, nigga.
I think it's coming, man. We
It's
doing it.
coming. Just be patient. Just be patient. Damn, like
That's gonna be like the album review of the year for him, yo.
exactly, cause not just for him. Like a lot of niggas be tucking me. When are you gonna do Doc's name? Doc's the name and shit. I'm like, look, man. I'm
Keep doing it, sure. I definitely want to discuss that. 'Cause I feel like that's a slept on Redman album that never gets recognition. Everybody's on Days of Dark Side or Muddy Waters. I never hear nobody talk about the other Redman album.
I never hear no one talk about what the album either.
Exactly, and I love that album. I think that's a classic album, but nobody talks about that album. And I love that album over Muddy Waters and Days of Dark Side.
Whoa.
That's just me. I love the first one, and I love Doctor Name.
Oh yeah, yeah. You kind of iffy about there's Dark Side.
Like I said, like it's not a whack album. It's just one of my favorites. There's a difference. Like it'll be different now if I feel like it wasn't good. Like Eminem last two albums were bad. I don't like those at all.
Eminem's last.
There's a Dark have some bangers. There's some bangers on there. I don't get. It's not a favorite of mine though. Like my favorites would be, what the album Muddy Waters and Doctor Name. But nobody talks about the first album. Nobody talks about Doctor Name, and I don't understand that.
You know what I think it is though, because you gotta remember what the album came out in '92 and shit, and Redman, he was doing that fucking P Funk shit, but then once the Chronic came out and Death Row Records
Mm.
and shit, it was just a rap because I think a lot of people kind of sweep that album under the rug and shit, or they say, oh, it's more like an EPMD album and some shit like that. I'm just like, well, fuck it, their beats were dope. The beats were dope and shit. It was
The
even
thing
more.
is, Redman, and they have this interviews where Redman even said he don't even like There's a Dark Side. So why do everybody else like it and the own artists don't even like it? That should tell you something. He don't even like that album.
You know,
You
because
know what I'm saying?
people always want to look for like the lesser known albums in recent years and shit. They research the discography and shit, and oh,
I'm not jumping on that wave, man, because back in '94, nobody was praising that album and calling it a classic. When all of a sudden, when the internet exists, everybody's calling it a classic. I still feel the same way I do about it now, like I did in '94.
I
You know what I'm
feel
saying? And
yeah.
I think more people love the album, the infrared case than the actual music on the album. Because some of those songs, I mean, I'm like, they're not that good. Like for people to be like, oh well, this is a great. I'm like, no, I've heard better from Redman than some of the songs on it.
Shoot, shoot,
You
shoot.
know?
To me, I think the only songs I really did not really care for in There's a Dark Side was possibly, I want to say Slide and Rock On and Rerun New York, but I just feel like it just has like a different side of Redman, you know. And you
I
got
don't
you,
like I don't like Slide and Rock On. That was one of the songs I didn't like on it.
which one?
Slide and Rock On and Basically and When I Come Around.
Oh,
I didn't care for those songs. I
basically,
like the first half of the album, like no Neurotic, Green
yeah.
Island,
Okay.
Bob Your Head to the A Million and One Buddha Spots. I like those songs are banging. Like those if it was like a 10-track album and it had those songs, it would have been a classic to me. But the latter half of it, a lot of those songs on the latter, the Tonight's the Night, I didn't care for those songs.
Oh man, oh, I feel you. I
You know
feel
what I
you on
mean?
that.
He has better remixes. The Rockefeller remix is way better than the Tonight's the Night remix. He has better remixes than that. You know what I'm saying? Now that was a bonus track. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like people in this day and age calling it a classic. Nobody was calling it a classic in '94.
I feel you.
But it's not a whack album. It's just not my favorite Redman album. Like the other ones that people don't talk about. Those are the ones that I love. Like nobody talk about Doctor Name 2000. I love that. I even think I like Malpractice. Nobody talk about Malpractice.
Yeah, you. I mean, I'm with you on Doctor, but you on your own on Malpractice. No shade, no tea,
I
but
mean, it wasn't promoted, and I was promoted for Def Jam at that time. It was we didn't promote the album right, but I think there's some banging tracks on there. But nobody talks about that album. Red Gone Wild. I thought that's severely underrated. Nobody talks about that album.
yeah, Red Gone Wild has some dope cuts, but some of the mixing on that album was kind of a little bit, you know. Some of the mixing was kind of trash, but only album I would say that's whack for Redman was Reggie. Reggie was
I
horrendous.
didn't like that. I didn't like that one. I think that is his whack album. I don't look at any other thing on the other album than that one. I think that one is his certified whack album. But like I said, like I like Malpractice more than I like Malpractice more than the Reggie album.
For real,
You know what I
Reggie.
mean?
I think what didn't he have a song where he sampled on the Jacksons' Heartbreak Hotel?
On the Reggie album,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Haven't heard that album in years. So like, and he was doing mixtapes at that time too because he had just started the Gilla House his Gilla House label. So he was doing a lot of mixtapes at that time. So I just feel like he was unfocused on that. The production was whack on there. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like, and at that time also he was like already like on his way out of Def Jam, like him and Method Man, they were like already like leaving Def Jam and shit. So, but
Mm.
I just felt like that was his worst album to me. You know what I'm saying? But there's albums that people don't talk about, and I don't get it. I'm like, Doc's The Name 2000 did well. It was a successful album for him, and nobody talks about that album. So we gonna talk about that album.
Yeah, that's actually his most successful album, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right. It was heavily promoted. The videos were on all the time on BET, on Rhapsody and all that. And I just felt like it was a banging album from front to back, and nobody mentions that album. Everybody's on There's a Dark Side or Muddy Waters.
Right.
I'm like, he got more than one good album, man. It's not just those two.
Or they mentioned the Blackout album too, you know?
Black Album, love that. That was a great album.
I like it, but I have some shit to get off my chest when I review the album one
That
day.
the album like when you compare Blackout to the Firm album, and what's the one of the main reasons why people had an issue with the Firm album because of the production between Dre and the track masters that didn't gel.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Blackout is an album where you have like one half with the RZA the other half produced by Eric Sermon. That was a great mix with two legendary producers
Right.
because they both worked with each other. Like Method Man worked with Eric Sermon on Takal 2000, and Redman he was on the W album, and I felt like that was a great combo, and I feel like that's why that album was to me is better than the Firm album with two different producers.
I feel you. I definitely feel you on that though. It's been years since I actually heard Blackout though, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when I first heard Blackout, I was expecting a particular sound, but
All right,
I got something else different. But I like the album. I just got some shit to say. But
I
Blackout
feel
2
you.
sucked. Blackout 2 sucked.
Oh yeah, Blackout too. I didn't. I remember like maybe two songs off of that. I didn't buy that one.
Yeah, only songs I liked from that was Miss International,
That was dope.
Ayo,
That
oh
was dope.
jeez, Dangerous MCs was alright. City Lights with Bun B, that was decent, but everything
Uh,
else, I gotta, oh my fucking god, I gotta re-listen to it and shit. So yeah, but yeah, man, I'm just trying to end off this year. Oh, we still gotta talk about Erotica. Damn, this whole week has just
yes.
been.
Whenever you're ready for that. So
Yeah, yeah. Before the year's over, I still want to talk about that album. Erotic. What's up? Shit. Other than that, I'm about to charge my webcam for the night and shit like that. Nice review as always. Very good review as always and shit. I'm definitely gonna hit you up tonight about some stuff I gotta talk to you about.
okay,
And
cool.
thank you guys all for watching this review on KOD. Oh, what's that? If you guys can find this album and stuff, I mean, y'all can of course find it, but if y'all can find the vinyl version, you must have your collection and shit.
Yep.
And stay tuned tomorrow 9:30. Me and Ashley we're gonna talk about Slick Rick's "The Ruler's Back," the infamous second album and shit. And if you're a Slick Rick fan, y'all should know why it's infamous. But as usual, this is your boy Reg here. I hope y'all have a good night and shit. Peace.